Eh, what's up, Doc?
Good evening. I'm Coulter Wonkite. I'm already into the 420, damn it.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
Yep. This is Lifestyle Radio, 420radio.ca, and the 420 Radio Show. We have a guest that is actually the guest with the most visits on our show since they started doing this damn thing, because Jack's been around since the beginning. He's been one of our go-to guests over the years. Hi, buddy. How are you? I'm just going to...
Hey. How are you doing?
Doing great.
I've been on the show the most.
You have. I don't even have to count it, Jack. Okay.
As a guest, I was beating you out, and then I became a host. So I think what you should do now is become a host.
I want to be the top guest.
No, see, I think we should still have a segment called Just Ask Jack.
No, Jack knows shit.
Fun.
Jack knows shit.
That's true. That's better.
Yeah.
He's too busy, though.
I'd be happy to try.
A judge would turn around and go, Jack, you don't know shit. So, buddy, I'm excited about today's conversation with Jack. I love having you on the show, buddy. Every time. You've never disappointed any time I've heard you speak. I love going to the events and watching you sit there like a little child like this and wait for your turn with Paul. I think that was that was up at the Metro Convention Center, I think it was. But anyways, Jack and Paul Lewin, two lawyers in Canada who have done some groundbreaking work in cannabis, and now you're going to the other side of the market, to the shroomy side of things. But it's not just the shroomy side of things, it's psychedelics in general, right?
Well, absolutely. And actually, we've been on the psilocybin side for actually quite a while. It's just that we didn't have any success as far as the exemption scheme was concerned, really until the summer of 2020. So it's been kind of a long time coming, and it's a pretty exciting development, and hopefully helps a lot more people get access to different types of medicine.
Well, I'm not afraid to say that I'm one of those peoples that I'm going to jump in the wagon there and see what we can do with Jack and Paul and everybody, and try and see if this can be done, because my doctor's on board and he's just waiting for Jack and his guys to get going. So maybe you could tell me, Jack, so what am I looking at as far as a process, paperwork, things like that, to be able to use psilocybin and other psychedelics as a medicine? Is it going to be like a Section 56, the old Section 56 kind of thing? But it's a Section 53 now, right?
No.
Oh.
So Section 53 is the prescription power held by a physician under the narcotic control regulations. So they've always had that prescription power, but that's not that's a very helpful part of a successful Section 56 CDSA application, but not exactly necessary. So mostly what you're looking at is your standard Section 56 exemption application for the purpose of a medical treatment. So there's two ways that you can get a Section 56 exemption. One is for research and the other is for medical purposes. So your application would be for medical purposes, and you would simply there is kind of a way to do the application that improves your overall likelihood of success. So, I do recommend doing it a certain way, but beyond that, it's kind of a weird mix of litigation and regulatory work, because you're basically writing your case as if you're going to litigate it in the hopes that the government just gives you what you want. And so that's what we've been doing it for a long time. For patients and providers and medical professionals that were seeking to help people. And we didn't win one until unexpectedly in 2020, Patty Hajdu started giving them to us, starting with 4 really ill cancer patients in the summer of 2020 who were granted exemptions that authorized them to access psilocybin. So that's what we would be doing for you if you want to do it.
That's what my doctor said when he did some. First of all, he didn't even know what it was called. Okay, but he also said in doing my search on Google, they're only allowing cancer patients in end of life treatment now. But that's not the case, is it?
No. In fact, they expanded the set of treatment and ailment categories that you can seek these for. So when you get a Section 56, it's either individualized to your unique circumstances or it's a class exemption. And so they might say all persons that meet the following criteria are entitled to a certain possession, et cetera. They haven't explicitly done a class exemption, but they've defined classes of people who would satisfy the criteria for access. And so it used to be just treatment-resistant depression in terminal cancer patients. That was the discrete class, of which there's a lot. But that's now been expanded into a much wider array of ailment profiles for people that are seeking to access. And it includes trauma. And trauma as symptomatically is a very broad definition. So in some ways, a very wide swath of patients.
PTSD, mental health issues, all that stuff?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you know what? I mean, that's just one of the things that you're doing at your new form. So tell us what your firm is called, who you're working with. Give us some details about that, Jack, and then we'll go from there.
So I was doing a lot of psilocybin work with Paul Lewin, and a lot of that work is regulatory in nature. So we're helping people with sort of a wide array of relatively complex issues that relate generally to psychedelics. So
I noticed you worded that very carefully.
Oh yeah, well, because it's not just psilocybin.
Yes,
there's a wide, there's a whole bunch of drugs that fall into this category, and they're housed in Section 3 and Section 1 of the Controlled Drugs and Substances Act. Okay. But and we also do regulatory work with cannabis. My litigation continues. That's just me, Jack Lloyd, lawyer, for all my my criminal law stuff and my criminal litigation. But the regulatory work with psychedelics was so busy that Paul and I said, hey, let's hang a shingle and let's turn this into a fun law firm that can really help people. And so that's what we've done. So it's called Cannabis and Psychedelics Law Group, LLP. And we have like our own Twitter thing. And it's been pretty fun so far, to be honest.
It's you and Paul Lewin and who else?
So like a lot of people need corporate law support, and so there's a corporate lawyer there named Daniel Perlin, who's a great corporate lawyer that's been very helpful to a lot of people that are in this emerging space. And then Michael Staragianis is an MBA and engineer who helps people design and build out these facilities and sort of structure their businesses in ways that makes sense. So it's kind of like a whole full service thing to help people join this kind of new industry. It's pretty fun, actually.
Awesome, Jack. Awesome. And you're getting a lot of people getting a hold of you already, or is it going to trickle and then go wow? Or
we were pretty busy to begin with, just like individually. So when we merged it up, it's pretty busy. We're always busy. Mostly what I'm excited about with it is like I'm able to help so many more people because they just have more hands that can work on the files. So
it's a group.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a group of you. So that's
it's cool.
Wow. Well, so and so you're doing the corporate stuff as well, the LP thing, the getting licensed, the getting a ticket, whatever you want to call it, legal stores. You've just jumped right. You've gone from a wee little editor to this dude. It's I've enjoyed watching your career, Jack. I really have.
It's been kind of a trip.
It's been
fun to hang out with you throughout, man.
It has. Every time you come and visit, you're doing more stuff. What's going on over there, Mary Jane? What are you smoking there? Our little unicorn is here. Oh, she's got the book. I haven't got mine yet.
Oh, I love it.
I did get the book. I got the book. I had to get it.
You have to bring it over, and I got a whole big jar. You have to bring it over, and we'll make some stuff.
I mean, like the knowledge in this book, how to be able to dose it. Like so many times, I took a handful and looked at it and was like, "That looks like it's about this much." Like Al said earlier, he's like, "I don't know what I took. I took like a flat." Yeah. Would you say I took a flat one?
It was a flat one, not a round one.
But to be able to put them in the little tincture bottle and literally dose it out, guys, it's as simple as just dosing it out like that, and you can measure.
I'm glad you said the word dose. Jack, what would you say would be a microdose? It's an argument I have all the time. Oh, I do 4. I do 0.4. I do 0.3, 0.2. I do 0.2 to 0.3. That's what I do. That's a microdose to me. What would you guys consider a microdose? What would a doctor consider a microdose these days?
So my response is going to be legal. So of course, it's not a term of art that's recognized in the legal space. That's something that like I'm working on.
Really?
So, but you don't see like microdose as a definition as far as possession goes. You don't see microdose as a definition as far as an allegation regarding distribution, sale, production. None of that would ever look at microdose beyond the fact that someone might at some point say like, there really wasn't that much psilocin in this thing. That would be like the only time that they might make that assessment. So I do think you're quite right that there's like a foundational difference experientially between a micro and a macro dose. Legally, there isn't a difference as of yet. We're working on it, but like I always think of, I did a case years ago where they were trying to jail my client for, it was such a minuscule amount of a drug, and I think I got them off by requesting to have an alternate lab test this minuscule amount of drug, because by the time they had tested it, there wasn't any left for an alternative lab to test. And I said, I was like, come on. But like they can and do prosecute on microdose. So that's I think kind of like a fight to come. And I think it's a winnable fight, especially when we're looking at, mass decriminalization efforts across the country, including Vancouver. And today, 5 former mayors of Toronto said that they supported drug decriminalization in the city.
Really?
So I think that the day is coming when microdose could be legally defined for sure.
Len, is there anything in the pharmaceutical world that establishes what a microdose is?
It's a made-up term.
Okay.
All it means is you're getting your clinical benefit.
Kind of like master grower.
But the term's been around forever.
You're not getting the potentially adverse, same as cannabis, right?
Yeah.
Some people take 1 or 2 milligrams orally of a cannabis, get that little bit of calm relaxation, but they're not getting to the point of sedation or anything else,
Euphoria.
whatever, right? So when I take mushrooms, I don't want hallucinations, but I do like kind of the upper happy feeling.
Yep.
So to me, if I start having any hallucinations or whatever, I've taken too much.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And that's what I'm saying. So you're to me, it's not microdose. I think that's what people mean when they say microdosing. You're not getting the perceived. Maybe some people like those effects, but for you, you're just trying to function, improve your mood.
But for years, acid has always been considered as a microdose, even to the point of being called microdot, right?
It's so small and potent.
Does what you're doing include acid and other psychedelics like what are some other ones? MDMA and a few things like that. Are you finding people coming to you for those as well, Jack?
So licensed dealer applications have become quite sort of important to this developing space.
So, I missed Toronto. There's the Toronto Sirens.
There's my ride. But so like a licensed dealer would be entitled to possess sort of a wide. They'd be entitled to possess a wide array of those. So LSD would be included, ecstasy, ketamine.
So we may see them little pink blotters again someday.
Ayahuasca is really interesting from a regulatory perspective. Actually, it's I think it presents quite a quandary as far as how you might regulate it. It's similar to psilocybin that you almost never saw people charged for possessing psilocybin until people started labeling products as containing psilocin or psilocybin. Yeah. Before that, you'd have a drug raid and police. Like I would frequently see psilocybin grow kits left behind, like police
really
not understanding what they are. And so the client goes, they took everything except the pound of psilocybin that was growing under the kitchen sink. And you go like, oh, and it was just a very different substance. So in some sense, the sort of evolution of the modes of access and distribution models for the substance has had a concomitant effect on its prosecutability and arrestability, which is obviously crummy.
I have a large mason jar full of daddy long legs sitting here. Okay, I use them every few days. I'm very open about it. But what would be the charge if the cops showed up at my gate and said, "Hey, we don't care about your pot." What would be the charge? It goes by weight, obviously.
Is it a big jar?
What was that?
Is it a big jar?
Oh yeah, you've seen the jar. It's a big jar.
As long as there's no secondary evidence that you're sharing it with others, so there's no scales, there's no small packaging, there's no labels for small packages.
Okay, so why not a scale? I mean, I weigh every time I take a top or a stem. I'll weigh out. I don't want to go over 3.3. I don't.
That's your defense. I'm just telling you from a procedural standpoint what the cops look for.
Yes.
But you would have a very strong defense against an allegation that you were trafficking it. I think they're unlikely to land that punch. But if you have a whole bunch of things that go along with trafficking, they might lay a trafficking charge, but otherwise, and that's pursuant to Section 5 of the CDSA. But otherwise, you would be facing a charge pursuant to Section 4 of the CDSA Schedule 3. So that's simple possession of psilocybin.
So what do I say? What do I shut my mouth and call you? Do I explain myself my best?
No, never.
No, I know that, but other people would not. Shut up and call Jack. I realize that.
So it's it's if you're detained and the officer says you're not free to leave, then you have a constitutional right to remain silent.
Okay.
And that right is, it's exactly what it sounds like.
So you really do have that right in Canada, eh? I know that they talk about it in the U.S. You hear it on the cop shows all the time. But you really have that same right here in Canada, right?
You actually have the right not to say a word to a cop until you talk to your lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
actually have the right not to say a word to a cop ever. You could simply remain silent.
Yeah.
That's the foundation of the right. And the real trick is that almost if you have had the opportunity to speak to your lawyer and you finish speaking with your lawyer and you sit back down and you talk to the police, everything you say to them is admissible. They could refuse to feed you. They could refuse to give you water. They could refuse to let you use the bathroom. They could keep you awake for 18 hours straight. They could, pretty much do everything in their power to force you to speak. And if you speak after you've talked to a lawyer, everything you say is admissible. So the right to silence it's profoundly important. Because, otherwise we live in a police state, right?
Yeah.
Because they can essentially force you to say things that incriminate you. So it's, I think, our most important right. Too many people sort of don't, I think, appreciate that. But it's not a right to tell
I'm
a
an
story.
asshole. I'm going to talk to the cop. But we're not going to talk about what the cop wants to talk about. So when the cop asks me a question, I'm going to respond with something completely different, like maybe how to grow sunflowers or bake bread, right? You don't have to answer his question. You just start your own fucking conversation and do whatever you want.
Well, certainly, you're perfectly entitled to do that. The reality is that a police officer is very unlikely to question you for a significant amount of time over, a jar of psilocybin. They're most likely just to give you a ticket and say, "I'll see you in court, buddy." Yep. But a smart cop would probably say to you, "Look, I know you're not a drug dealer. You probably just have had these and you just use them yourself for medical purposes, right? And for you, you might want to say to the guy, this cop gets me. He's on my team. Yeah. He realizes I'm not a drug dealer and he wants to help me." And you would say, exactly, dude, I use them every 3 days and they really help me. Exactly. And the police unfortunately, the reality is that even though you have this friendly interaction with the police officer, the reality is that you've just admitted knowledge and control. So the two elements of the offense that he needs to convict you of simple possession of the psilocybin. So your only defense is to say nothing, because then he doesn't have any proof that you had knowledge or control over the psilocybin.
Let the courts figure it out, not the cop.
Who knows? Maybe it's somebody else's psilocybin. You have to prove it's yours.
It's that guy over there at the other end of the property. It's his. He's playing with a rabbit right now.
Yeah, and it's not a joke. Frequently people turn it into this joke, it's a legal fiction, right? Yep. But we are innocent until proven guilty, and that onus that's placed on the state is profoundly important, right? They have to prove it. You don't have to prove anything.
I remember when I was a teenager, I got in some mischief, and they were very friendly to try and pull everything out of you, and then they make the phone calls. Can I charge this guy with this? Can I charge this guy with that? And then they throw you into the cell for a few hours to get you thinking, right? There's a planned technique about this, but with drug possession, it goes instantly, from what I've seen anyways, from 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds, because it's all about drugs. Just say no. Doesn't matter what he feels about it. It's the law.
Right.
So yeah, I guess say nothing is the Schultz way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then
certainly that's the way that has the least deleterious impact on your.
But what's going to happen when the cop is going to get a little bit on the offensive then and start pushing you a little, I would think.
But that's fine. It's not your job to be friends with the police. Usually what I say to clients is the police are entitled to know your name, your date of birth, your home address, and maybe your telephone number, unless you don't want to give them your telephone number. And that's the information that they need to release you on a Form 10. So that's a promise to appear. Beyond that, what are you talking to them for?
Do they have access?
They already charged you. You got nothing. There's nothing to talk about, right? They're going to lay their charge. We'll go to court and deal with it.
Can they take your cell phone and go through it once you've been charged?
If they need a warrant. So they can only look in your cell phone if it's unlocked. So if you have a locking mechanism, so like a code or whatever on your phone, then you need to give them that code. So if you give them that code and then give them the phone, they don't need a warrant to go through the phone. But if the phone is locked and they take the phone, they need a warrant to get inside of it. They can't screw around with the numbers, etc. There's an open question of law about whether they can take facial recognition phones and stick it in front of your face. And if it unlocks, then, do they have a broad remit to go through the phone? That we're going to get a ruling on that probably in 2022. But
I was about to ask the same thing because my phone opens up with my fingerprint.
Mine as well.
Well, so they
can they grab my finger and hold it?
There's been said that there's been articles that have said that the police have done this already. So
yeah, there was a case. Yeah. The main one I know about is in the States, but yeah, they do all sorts, man. But once they're into that phone, they can go to town. So you should have a lock on your phone and don't have it unlocked when it sees your smiling face.
No, I don't have that.
You've got loud birds there in your yard, Jack.
Yeah, it's lovely back here. I've been in court all day, so I said when I do this, I'm going to sit in the backyard and talk to you guys. So I'm so pleased.
I was going to do the same thing, but it's too windy out there.
Yeah, it's wet
noisy.
here.
Oh, really?
It's wet here.
It rained all day here, and now it's really lovely.
Oh, we had a beautiful day here. Another nice day tomorrow.
Great.
You guys keep that shitty weather.
So we're 20 minutes into this.
Toronto's getting a storm tonight or something, aren't they?
What's that?
We had a storm all day.
It stormed all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have one tonight.
That'd
be fine.
It rained hard enough here that I could have walked out and had a shower if I wanted to. Yeah.
Well, maybe you should have.
Hard.
I don't know how long it's been since the last one. It might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, well, it was a little too cold for that today. It was only 18 today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was really like blowing and cold, and it's actually very humid now. Yeah.
It's humid here, but it's windy.
It's almost bunny time at 7:30. They seem to come out at 7:38.
So what's everyone smoking tonight?
Some GG number 4. And hash, the hash that we made on the last weekend.
Oh, I see.
Dale's got
Toro Cannabis product. I can't see what it is though.
What is it, Dale?
Dale's got.
Yeah, Dale.
He's gonna unmute.
Oh God, get ready.
Come on.
Okay, where is he?
No, I'm gonna make them bigger.
I'll go to bed. It's Animal Mints.
Yes, it is.
It's Animal Mints. All right.
Hey, there's 6 of us. We could do the Brady Bunch theme right now if we wanted to.
No, I don't think I could.
Oh, come on.
I don't think I remember.
Jack can be Alice.
Hey, I can be Janice.
There you go. You can be Janice. What's the deal with... Okay, so here's a question now. For the last 4 years that I've known you...
shit for calling you
And
Janice.
then all of a sudden on your new fucking podcast, it's Tim and Janice. What the fuck's with that?
Okay, so Janice is not the person that's sitting in front of you right now.
Oh, it was another Janice.
So if you go on TikTok and you see the characters Tim and Janice, they are who we used to be. I literally used to be an introvert. I used to be the bubbly little person in the crowd.
Yeah, this is what weed does to you people.
That's extrovert.
Okay,
That's
well,
extrovert.
I'm still an extrovert. I'm still an extrovert. It's just different. And that character, Janice, on TikTok is who I used to be. Not
okay.
This
so
this is MJ.
So, but this is the issue that I have. I knew you as Janice, and then you became MJ, and I haven't seen a fucking difference.
No. She went from Janice to Marianne to MJ.
Well, but Marianne we were the only ones calling her Marianne.
You know what's funny? When I do my signature, to handwrite in cursive Mary Jane, because I did MARIJANE, it's actually the I and the J beside each other, make a Y. So if I don't dot the I and the J, it actually says Marianne.
You should put two little pot. You should put two little pot leaves there.
I could.
Yeah.
It looks like a little smiley, actually, with the two dots.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got to have fun with it, right?
Or,
yeah.
Janice.
So what do you want to talk about next, Jack? You got anything that you want to bring up? Jack is not only a lawyer, he's not just a your everyday editor of books. He's also the president of Normal Canada. So, I mean, he's got, is there anything else, any other titles that you've got there, Jack, that you haven't told us?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. I was actually, you know what I was going to ask is, Mary Jane, have you made any recipes from the book, the Psilocybin Chef Cookbook? And if you've done any recipes, what's your favorite?
I have not yet had a chance to do it because I haven't had enough.
Bring it here. Bring it here.
So,
I guess I have to lend out the book.
Leave right now. You can be here before the show ends. Come on.
Okay.
So, just as an example, Mary Jane, open up the book and tell me roughly how many mushrooms it takes for one recipe.
For the extraction, I think it was 10 grams.
So I was going to ask. So it goes by weight, not individual. Like throw in 6 mushrooms.
No,
it's always going to be by weight.
I'll find the extraction part here. So you use ethanol.
Yeah.
It's 100 milliliters.
So it gives you the recipe to extract out the psilocybin.
Yeah, and it will
really
tell
unique
you
book.
exactly. Yeah. So it says it has 20 servings, and each 1 milliliter of ethanol extraction is equal to 1/2 gram dose.
Can you show us the page?
So
isn't it beautiful? Look at that.
Hang
book.
on, I'm just getting spotlight.
So each one would be 1/2 gram worth of mushrooms, basically. 10 grams, and you're getting 20 doses. So yeah, 1/2 grams of mushroom per dose. That's seems extremely reasonable.
What is the ingredient in psilocybin that does the job? Is that the DM whatever?
Dimethyltryptamine.
Is that what it is? What's the liquid stuff that you can get from it?
Psilocybin or
Psilocin. You talking about the ingredient?
I can't remember what it was.
Do you mean DMT?
DMT, yeah. Isn't that what you get? Isn't that the end result of
the God molecule? It's called. Yes, it's similar. Certainly, I think you could technically.
Would that be like an isolate in cannabis kind of thing?
Sort of, yeah, but the effects are quite different.
Oh yes, definitely, yeah. But it's I've not done it.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Apparently, it's very quick, about 15 minutes of very intense ride, and I don't know if I want to do it. It's been offered, right? But I don't know.
Who wouldn't want to eat this?
Yes,
I'm just saying, look how delicious this looks.
I've made a burger and put mushrooms on it. So I guess I've already done that.
But you know what? You didn't know how much you put on there.
No, I didn't. Let me tell you a funny story, okay? I used to go, and Jack will appreciate that because he's an Ontario boy. I used to go to another roadside attraction every year at Cayuga Speedway. Love Cayuga Speedway. We used to go for the May 24 weekend, and it's a holy trip over there, I tell you. Anyways, so the first time since I was a kid, we were sitting behind, my sister and I were sitting behind listening to probably Blues Traveler and watching some kids eat mushrooms. They just sprinkled them on their nachos, and they reeked. Now, the ones that, and then of course, they went for a nice ride. But the ones that I've got, they taste not so great, but they don't reek. Is that just because it's a different strain? I don't know.
You very rarely see more than just psilocybe cubensis as far as like psilocybin. There's about 160
strains, right?
Well, it's 160 different mushrooms that produce psilocin or psilocybin.
Oh, really?
But really, the only one that's grown regularly is cubensis. But like, there are others, but the vast majority of what people were accessing over the last period of years was cubensis.
And there's lots of different strains. Like I've got Daddy Longlegs, and I've heard of other different strains, right? Yeah. And each one is a different intensity. So, I mean, you could, if you were going to put it on write it out on a sheet of paper, different strains and stuff like that, I'm sure that the graph would look very similar to the different strains and effects of cannabis. I mean, very, very similar. Different effects, obviously. But the do you get what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm very supportive of like one of the things with cannabis that I was always very interested in was like cannabis strains and genetic diversity, and the same goes in the psilocybin space. So the book is like the first book in that series is the psilocybin mushroom Bible, and that's one of my regrets. Like I did that in 2015, and I all I did was cubensis. I just said, look, like it's complicated to grow them to a certain extent. All I did was cubensis. I just said, look, like. What happened there?
Marcel.
That was me. I came in, but I was still listening on Facebook. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. But anyway, all we did was cubensis in that book, and we should have insisted on more. I think in the next edition we'll do.
Yeah, I was going to say it gives you another book.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's a perfect point. And I think as we start seeing a relaxation of rules and legislation in Canada, there's an opportunity that I keep saying to people, like you could create like a company that's producing like 165 different psilocybin producing mushrooms, and people could have almost like a pharmacy, I guess. I don't know. What do you think, Leonard? Would you run a pharmacy with 165?
I would listen. I can't even sell cannabis in my pharmacy. Fuck.
Well, hey, talk to me about this. Have you seen? There's a pharmacy in Ontario that says that they're getting a sales license and that people will be able to purchase and access. What are your thoughts as a pharmacist on what that looks like?
Are you talking about a hybrid farm? They already have one.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm actually doing the same thing in Nova Scotia. I'm actually going through the process right now. The issue is, it's not the actual pharmacy association is going to be my barrier. Is I'm just going to be online only, unfortunately, to start, because in Nova Scotia, retail is only the Nova Scotia Liquor Corporation. The reason they were able to do it, they got the federal LP license, and they get the dispensary license. So they're doing a different model in Ontario. Right. My Nova Scotia Pharmacy Associations, they're fine with me doing it. They can't regulate me anyway because it's federal, but I can't actually. I had to do it upstairs. It's not in my pharmacy. It's in a whole separate suite. Is where I had to apply it, and I had to put in like $30,000 of fucking security system and shit. And, but no, I actually am hoping in the next couple of weeks that I should start getting my Health Canada feedback.
Awesome.
For that. But no, I think it's fantastic. It's just, unfortunately, Cannabis Act is federal and all the pharmacy laws are provincially regulated. So it's just going to be fuckery for years. But it would be great. Same as mushrooms. They all should go in there.
What's the rule in Nova Scotia for pharmacies? Does it have to be owned by a pharmacist, or
still you can have you don't have to be a pharmacist to own it, but you need a pharmacist to be the manager.
Interesting.
Yeah. I might have to call you at some point when I take on Nova Scotia Liquor Commission and debate my medical cannabis sales versus their recreational adult market.
Oh, well, I would love for you to call me about that because I don't think that they can prohibit you. Like
I think you just gave him a boner, buddy.
That's the fight. That's the fight I'm going to have.
Yeah, I don't think they can prohibit you. They might think that they can, but I don't think that's what their provincial legislation says.
Jack's face just lit right up there.
Yeah, to be fair, Jack, I haven't actually gone after them yet because I haven't got the official license yet. But once I do, that's my very next step. So yeah, I might have to involve in services.
Get him, man. Go get him. I love
the guy, but no, in Ontario, the guy I'm assuming they had to build a separate entrance, and I think they just did the dispensary license. Is what I think. Hybrid Farm, great on them. It's good for them to do it. But I think that's what they're doing because I seen them post someday. They were kind of bitching about having to buy their product via OCS and being so expensive, which probably means they're a dispensary, not like they do have an LP license, but I think that's the storefront. I think it's the dispensary.
Huh.
So
it's kind of interesting. I've been thinking for a while that someone should bring a Section 140 exemption application. For example, the Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club is and the BC Compassion Club Society are bringing these discrete applications essentially to be a store where you attend and make your purchase and then it's shipped to you while you stand there, etc. And I wonder how that might look on across the country for, medical only access. I do think it could be quite fruitful because it would, mirror what you like a pharmacy model. So it's food for thought.
No, exactly. But I am going through this process as we speak. I actually last few months I built it out. The application's in, and probably some point in my 60 days, they should be responding to me very soon for my application. So,
hey, cool.
I'm getting due. But yeah, but again, it'll be a bit of mail out. So unlike the gentleman in Ottawa, I just will have a medical sales license with possession. So I have to procure my product from a legal LP, and then I could retail it to a patient after I get their medical document from their physician. Technically, I have to mail it to them. Technically. Until you and I apply with Nova Scotia. And I don't see Nova Scotia or NSLC really making a stink. I'm not competing with it.
No.
Or I would not be competing with it. This is medical only. This is not recreational adult use. So I don't think I'm going to have a big fight when I get there, but we'll see. But the College of Pharmacy, they're okay with me. Like they're okay with the store. They're okay with everything. They just said it's like the retail sales, not the sale process. It's got nothing to do with them. It's the province of Nova Scotia.
It's so interesting. There was such a huge fear, I find, over the last 3 years that there was going to be a crackdown on professionals like yourself and medical doctors and nurses on the medical cannabis front, of them saying like, you stop doing this stuff. If people want cannabis, they can just go to the recreational store. And it's heartening to hear that they're.
I think cool. The physician boards have been more that way. The pharmacy's been the opposite. The Canadian Pharmacy Association, if you go to their webpage, they believe cannabis should be dispensed by pharmacists. That's their statement of choice. That's that's on their way. That's been their official stance on it.
That's great.
And I think, like I say, there is potential drug interactions. There is some counseling for a new person and dosing, things like that. So it makes sense. If you're trying to call this a medicine's traditionally in pharmacies, it makes all sense. I take it as insulting because technically right now, I do refer people to the Nova Scotia Liquor Commission sometimes to get their product if they can't get a medical document. It's asinine. It's embarrassing. but it is what it is for the most part. So, but I think it's going to change. I think everybody knows it's. I'm not sure. You might actually have a better idea. What is it the ACMPR and the current legal cases still keeping it federal versus allowing to enter into the provincial and pharmacy world? I'm not sure what the barriers to get this mirrored.
So from a legislative perspective, the ACMPR was basically just imported into Part 14 of the Federal Cannabis Act. So the dominant legislation is still, this is kind of the core of the problem with legalization in Canada, right? Is that I describe it as the government being addicted to prohibition. And the reason that they're addicted is that they regulated it federally pursuant to Section 91, Sub 27 of the Constitution Act, which is criminal law, right? Criminal law is an exclusive federal jurisdiction. So what it means is that medical cannabis is regulated under that legislation, and it remains a federal only issue. So the provinces are specifically denied the ability to regulate medical cannabis. And so, like, they're the closest you come to a province having some type of regulatory interaction with medical is BC, which authorized, which essentially allows the province to define what medical cannabis is. But all that BC did with it is they said, well, we define medical cannabis as whatever the federal government says it is. Like, they were like, we don't want anything to do with this. And so that was the closest anyone came. So I think, so for your situation, I don't think that the retail sale of medical cannabis would fall under the Nova Scotia cannabis control legislation, right? That's a provincial piece of legislation. What's that?
That's what I'm hoping they're going to see. As I say, I'm fine to get going as is. It's just stupid that, again, I could actually, like, there's an office, there's counseling opportunities, physicians probably going to work with me as well. But, well, you'll get your cannabis tomorrow or the next day via Canada Post is fucking stupid.
Like, it's very hard.
I have another workaround, but I won't share that publicly.
But it's incredibly hard, especially with a really sick person that's like, can you please just give me this thing? I need it right now. And I'm gonna go home and try.
It's silly. There's still people that want to. It's not even just like what's in stock today, or like I don't like shopping online. It's besides that point. It's more than that. You want that interaction. I have some questions about this product. And just, it's just weird, and nothing against Canada Post or FedEx or anything. You don't know when it's coming. Could be today, could be fucking 3 days. It's just odd. So I think it'll change a little bit, but yeah, that's going to be my step is get my license, and then let's see if we can get that little direct patient delivery going. For me, honestly, though, my town of Truro is only 17,000 people. I'm pretty much going to expect that Halifax will be my biggest market, and that's going to be shipping. So I'm not losing a whole lot of sleep. Like, as I say, there's not going to be even some of the physicians I think I'm working with, they're all out of the city. So it is what it is. But no, I would like to have that opportunity that finally a patient can just come into the pharmacy, get counseled, and procure the product right there and have the real pharmaceutical experience.
Well, I'm excited to see you do it, dude. That's awesome.
Well, as I say, I'm in a unique position that I'm already a security cleared, experienced LP person. And you'll appreciate this, that I'm literally the only shareholder and the only person on the file.
Nice.
So
that'll be fast through the CLTF.
And I already have a whole book of SOPs that I already know have been approved by Health Canada. Wink, wink. So I'm probably the easiest file they're ever going to see in their life. So
wait till they come back with a problem and you go, wait, why did you approve it here but not here?
Yeah, that'll be the fun part. But yeah, no. If anything, they'll complain about some of the security cameras or something. So that'll be their issue. We'll figure it out.
So, you guys just blow my mind with this shit. You know, really, like you guys are playing with like. Just, it's really cool. You know, to watch. It has been really cool to sit here and watch you guys start this company to where you are now, including the 5 years that you had to wait.
It's all just navigation. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And by the way, like what I'm saying, like this is Lenny. This hasn't got nothing to do with trail cannabis. This is something I did on my own.
Yeah, this is the pharmacy side of things, right?
Well,
this is the Lenny side.
This is just Lenny. I can't even call it my pharmacy.
Just Lenny.
It's not even my medicine shop pharmacy. I'll actually tell you, it's Optimus Cannabis Inc. is the name.
Optimus Cannabis Inc.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with a name.
Prime.
Yes, that's the
he wanted reference. Yeah, he wanted Optimus Prime, but
well, I all I Google was Latin for like give me something quality or good, and Optimus came up, and yes, Transformers fan.
Yeah.
On my way here, there was.
It is Optimus Cannabis, yes.
On my way here the other day, there was a truck beside me that was Autobots International, and I was like, "Man, you guys must have gone through a copyright nightmare for that." You know.
Well, Optimus is just a Latin word for best.
Best.
That's what it translated to.
Cool.
So Hasbro or whatever can't fucking sue me. The Transformers guys, fuck off.
You're just a Latin enthusiast.
It's just a word.
Yeah, Optimus.
I want
Optimus.
Word. I want
your new slogan.
Pharmacy. There's so much the SIGs and all the wording and terminology is so much Latin based. I kind of wanted a Latin phrase in my name. Just because this is, like I say, I want a medical cannabis dispensary, not a recreational cannabis dispensary. It's not what I'm looking for. So but yeah, it's actually Optimus. Besides for Marcel, like I don't think and a few of the guys, like I've never actually said that.
Well, you just said it
I don't even know how
on.
many people know I've done that.
You just said it on a podcast. So,
but your slogan's pretty good though, because you use Optimus Cannabis.
Yeah.
With Prime Pot.
No, it's not. You thought it was that. We actually have a slogan. I can't fucking remember what it was though.
Yeah, we got your prime product.
I think it was integrating cannabis into your health or something like that. I think was the slogan.
Cool. So this is going to be this is going to be strictly medical.
Legally in Nova Scotia, it's the only opportunity I have. Nova Scotia has Nova Scotia liquor is the only retail option for adult use.
So where are we in Ontario and other provinces with things like that, Jack, now? I mean, because it's getting a little ridiculous. It looks to me, from a patient's eyes, that they're trying to abolish what we've already got for the medical side of things because they've got their recreational and it's the same pot. It's just labeled different.
Right. And this is where I'm going to argue because this is my big issue that I have right now with the legal market is none of the legal market has what I would call medical products because they're using distillates, isolates, things like that. None of them are using a whole plant therapy, which we in the medical community know that's exactly what patients need. Yes, it tastes bad. It's supposed to fucking taste bad. It's like Buckley's. It tastes bad, but it works. But the market, the recreational market, doesn't want shit that tastes bad. They want stuff that's going to get them fucking high.
Yes.
So you give them a Delta 8 distillate, they get a high.
I don't care about the high as a patient because I know that I'll get the desired effect at the levels that I do, but if I want to get high, I have a little more.
Yeah.
So you get a twofer.
That's what Marcel's saying. Like that's
what I'm saying.
there's no medical cannabis in
yeah.
recreational stores.
No, but even the ones that are like the LPs that are selling online with medical program, how many of them actually use whole plant? Come on, it's an easy number.
None.
One?
I haven't found it.
You guys?
No, I haven't found it. We don't make them yet.
No.
Is it a prime number?
Yeah.
See, I just feel like as a patient, the medical system
Are we
has
even
been
allowed to
around
call
for...
ourselves patients anymore?
Pardon?
Well, I'm a patient regardless. But I mean, like, we've had the medical program in place for how many years now? And the recreational program has been in far less. And they have storefronts. So I just feel like the government doesn't care enough for the medical patient to have easy access. Like, what we still have to wait in the mail.
Because the government refuses to acknowledge medical benefits to cannabis. And that's what it boils down to. Until the Health Canada admits and comes clean about the actual benefits of cannabis, it'll never be considered as a medicine.
It's still on their website.
Pardon?
It's still on their website.
They still spell marijuana wrong.
Yes, with an H.
Yeah.
And so what you're saying is we need to get Jack into Health Canada.
There you go. There's your next stop, Jack.
I don't think I could think of a worse job for me.
Yeah. But there should be a differentiation between recreational cannabis and medical cannabis, and there shouldn't be taxes on medical cannabis.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right, because away that's going to drop damn near half the price off your medical products.
100%.
So, and nobody that's a patient can afford those.
No.
Right? So I was asked if I was going to transfer my license over to our LP. And I can't, because if my insurance won't cover it, then I can't afford to buy it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Marcel, I mean, I'm here at the farm. I'm, 10 minutes from Alderville Reservation, First Nations, and I can walk into any number of stores. I think there's 18 now. And I can walk out of there literally with a quarter pound for $300,
Yeah, but even to grow it yourself, like I had to pay for the license to get the doctor to sign off.
Yep.
And the money I spend on that, plus everything else that I'm going to, hydro and all of it, it's still going to be cheaper than buying from an LP.
Yeah, well, that was my point. Yeah, this is going to be my first year where I'm going to find out how cheap it is to grow your own.
Well, I have friends.
He's growing weed, man.
What was that, Jack?
Oh, I said Al told me he's growing weed. I was pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm growing weed, man. Yeah.
I have friends who grew for the first time last year, and all three of them grew enough weed off 4 plants to last them till, I think the heavy smoker ran out in about April.
Yeah.
And the other 2 still have some.
Well, I got now there were 2 last time we were on air. There were 2. There are now 4, and I'm not going over my limit until I get my paperwork in, because I'm not giving anybody any issues. No reason for Jack to be called. No. It's like, buddy, guess what I did? Oops. No, it ain't happening. I'm not even going to take that chance. Right? It's not worth it. I mean, like Mary Jane just said, she knows people who have grown more than enough from 4 plants.
Year. Yeah, on their first year.
Yeah, and I've got how many people watching me and helping me and say, no, don't do that. I'm going to get a good crop regardless. And Puff Dog has been coming up, and he helped me get everything set up. And, he's going to come up next week. He's going to help me do so.
Get more dirt in those pots?
Yes, I did. And now I have to do it again because it's rained so hard that it's gone down in the same amount. So I've got to get even more now. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to kind of put it in when it's damp.
Yes. I didn't.
So you put in damp soil.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was
dry. It was dry. Well, like I said, it's a learning curve, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they are thriving. I'll take some pictures for next week, or maybe I might even take the camera back there. show you guys.
So one thing that I'll do is midway through the season is I'll put dirt on top of the dirt.
Yes. It's already been suggested 3 or 4 times to do that. Yeah,
because you get a bit of stretch in the plant
and settling.
Yeah, fill it in.
It was right up. After I filled them up again because I didn't have enough, so I got more and I filled them up again. Now, even the top of the root it's about that much showing out. So tomorrow, because it rained all day today, so it'll go down even more. Tomorrow, I'm going to fill in. It's gone from being about an inch from the top to like 4 inches to the top. So we'll fill it all in and make you all nice. I got 2 Purple Kush and a Death Bubba and a Northern Lights. So 3 of my favorite strains so far.
I have one of my favorite strains going, which is Acapulco Gold.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It is doing phenomenal.
I just had some Colombian Gold.
Strain?
I got it.
Oh, cool.
You can get it up here, Jack. When I see it, I'll get you some. I'll bring it to you. I've seen Acapulco Gold up here. I've seen Colombian Gold up here. Well, no, what was it? Colombian
Gold. I've grown Colombian Gold here.
Colombian Gold, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Panama Red.
I got some Gorilla Glue number 4 and some Orange Crush right now. That's what I'm smoking today.
That's cool.
And if our insurance covered my cannabis, I'd move my license and probably get 200 grams of this a month.
What are you smoking?
What?
Hash.
Oh,
your hash.
So how much is that,
it's
Marcel?
Delicious.
How much is that there in Nova Scotia to buy?
At the liquor store, it's going to be $20 a gram or so, isn't it?
And will it be the same?
$19.99.
Same price through OCS. Through OCS,
the ones in the liquor store, the ones in the liquor store are going to be single grams.
Yes,
and they'll be over 50% THC.
And what about when they come to other provinces? It'll be around the same price, or they have.
No, it's
every province is different.
Depends on what the province wants to buy.
See, that I don't get. This is supposed to be a federal fucking thing, but yet the prices are different in every province. That's fucked up.
Well, it's not only in every province, because if you go on the OCS, you can look up a product and then go to a store and look up a product, and they could be charging more or less depending on their sales. Because they're retail stores,
but yet they're
doing up that they were going to have the same pricing as OCS.
But I was just going to say, and then they have all these regulatory price people out there that are saying we want a general line throughout the whole country of prices, but yet it's all over the fucking place.
Well, how can you have a store that has Munchie Mondays or Shatter Saturdays and gives a 10% discount on all Shatter purchases on Saturday?
Are they allowed to do things like that, Jack, in the legal market?
Generally, yeah. So
wow.
They regulate it pursuant to what's called a registry standard across the board for provincial recreational retail sales. So when you look at the prohibitions on promotion, advertising, etc., technically, as long as can you hear me?
Yeah.
As long as they're sorry about that. As long as they're not suggesting that cannabis use is as long as they're not inducing someone that's never had cannabis before to suddenly try cannabis, they have pretty broad array of things that they can do.
Wow.
As far as pricing is concerned, they could, currently, pricing wise, a number of really large retailers are selling for $1 less than the wholesale rate on certain products because they're trying to build up market share.
Yeah.
So it's literally that's the most anti-capitalist thing you could ever do, right? It's costing them money to sell people cannabis. It's like, what?
Well, it's basically what Apple does with their phones, right? That's what Apple did.
It's not illegal.
I remember reading an article a few years ago that it's actually more expensive for Apple to produce a phone than what they're selling it at, but they do it because they make the money off the subscriptions through your phone provider. They make more money that way.
I bet companies do that. They don't make money on the machine; they make it off the strip.
Yeah, you get they give you the machine free, and then you pay for the strips. Yeah, I've got one of those. Yeah, I need a new one.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I can't wait until like we can have like a bar where you can go in and purchase a joint, like a pre-roll or a gram, and roll it up and consume it there, or a winery where, like, I know Tweed in Smith Falls has the tour that they do, but how awesome would it be to be able to go and have a tour and then purchase something to consume in the like vineyard or whatever it is? Like, when are we going to have those? That's what I want.
I think that's going to be the only good side effect of COVID, because fucking everyone needs the money, so I could see that coming sooner than later.
Are we any closer?
I think that
I know it has to do with like licenses, and like if you have a license to grow and sell, but you don't have, I don't know. There's a lot of different licenses, and I still got my head wrapped around the advertising. So
yeah, it's crazy. Like, they could sell cannabis for $1 a gram if they wanted. They would be lawfully entitled to do that. So the advertising is really surreal. Thing, Mary Jane, is like super fascinating, because it's actually three issues. One is on-site sales for a licensed producer, which is to take the Ontario model is they've just done it. So they've issued 2 retail operator licenses for licensed producers. So now the licensed producer is entitled to have a cannabis store. So now they can have a recreational cannabis store on site at the licensed producer. So that's 2 of the 3 things that you're referring to, right? That's the wine tour. That's the access, right? That's in Ontario. So
that's coming. That's coming everywhere.
Well, I did see that Tweed
Tweed
opened a store, or is opening a store in Ajax. But I didn't know. I thought that if anything, you would open it at the factory, wouldn't you?
They can open. They can open wherever they have a facility, isn't that? Wherever they have a facility, they can have a storefront.
They're just opening a Tweed dispensary, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a retail location.
But isn't that what they started out to do in the beginning, Jack? Allowing an LP to have a store on site as well? Like, that was originally in the plans.
That was one of their ultimate goals. So that is forthcoming. And but it is that they're not insisting that the licensed producer have the storefront at their production facility.
Okay.
And so inevitably what's going to happen is all these very large companies like Tweed are just finding a location where they want their marquee or flagship store to be, and that's where the store will be, and that's it's only going to sell their products, et cetera, et cetera.
And they can only have one.
They can, the law said that they could only have one, so we'll see.
So they were anticipating this with their Tweed on Main stores and stuff like that, right, down in the city, and that then.
Well, that was I think that's what they thought it was going to turn in, but they never tried from a litigation. Like, I spent like 5 years litigating that issue, and it's not as if they were, cheering me on or anything. But as I was literally fighting for that business model for them. Like, I was doing it for different reasons, but like they would have been a prime beneficiary had I been. Yeah. Eventually I was successful. It's just that recreational cannabis had become legalized by the time we won Howell. But I wanted to just finish for Mary Jane. Thing is, they haven't done it yet. So these 2 LPs have gotten their operator licenses, and they're entitled to cannabis retail store authorization. So like a storefront, and they keep sticking them in prime commercial spaces, and it's just going to be their one store. So it's a flagship store. But what remains to happen is exactly what Mary Jane is describing, which is an operator license holder with a beautiful facility an LP with a beautiful facility gets its license to open a store and puts the store right at the facility. So bing, bang, boom. That's 2 of the 3 things Mary Jane is describing. There's one thing that remains, which is on-site. That one is like a chimera. Like, who knows when that's coming? I do think eventually we'll see something, but I don't think it's going to be smoking. I think it's just going to be, you can have a cannabis drink, you can have a cannabis edible. You can't smoke cannabis. You can't vape.
Cannabis smoking is going to be tough. I think you're going to see the drinks end up at bars. I think you're going to actually see the drinks end up where alcohol's sold. Personally, that's the first step.
But I think there will be a workaround. I've been saying this for a while, that like if somebody had a big beautiful facility, say you had a cannabis facility in Niagara wine country and operator license, you get a store there and you have a massive area with picnic tables, like there's no stopping people from sitting around smoking cannabis if they want to. Like if they can smoke cigarettes, they can smoke cannabis there. And I think that's going to be the closest we get to the model that Mary Jane was describing. And I love that, like that we've kind of, through creative compliance managed to do it using the crazy Canadian system. But you look to like some of the American jurisdictions where they're like, yeah, that's right. We've got to run this, place where you can just go and buy cannabis and smoke it here while you're hanging out with your friends. It's like, yeah, wow.
That was the model that Paula was going after with Gungeonistas, and I guess that idea is gone now because of the whole smoking thing. Eh?
Well,
the smoke-free Ontario and smoke-free.
That whole smoke-free thing. I'm really nervous, Jack. Maybe you can help me out on this as a medical patient. I just booked. I was so excited. Wonderland's opening up. I waited online with like all those tens of thousands of people and booked a couple dates for me and my family. And then I was reading through all of the rules and stuff. And I thought I had read them all. However, new this year is there will be no smoking in the park whatsoever,
including the parking lot.
Yeah, that was always a thing. Like
that's where we used to go.
I had issue 2019, where I had to actually speak to security because I went there with my family. A police officer met me outside the gate where I was like out in the parking lot with my family, and they were off to a distance, and I was kind of embarrassed. It was my first day out with my new boyfriend and his children. So like they're meeting me for the first time, and now a police officer is talking to me, telling me that I'm not allowed to go into the park with my cannabis. And I'm like, I've already discussed with them. It was fine, but apparently it wasn't because it's private property. Anyways, I had to get special permission. I had to literally, when I got to Wonderland the next time, I had to go to the gate, tell the head of security that I was there. So that way they knew that I would be in the smoking section.
We smell pot. Day. It must be Mary Jane.
Yeah. Well, I had somebody come up to me later on one of those days. And I said, okay, the head of security, I gave his name. And I was like, they told me it was fine. And as soon as I shot his name, they were like, oh, okay, it's fine. And they just walked away. End up
with a black band with a Mary Jane on the thing there.
Well, I mean, like that's, I was being respectful. This is why I was allowed, is because it's not like I'm ducking in between rides like the teenagers were that were smoking weed. I was in the smoking area.
They allowed you to smoke where you could smoke a cigarette.
Exactly, but now
where by law is
but
allowed,
not on private property. If it's private property, they have the right to decide what happens.
Wow.
Which is frustrating. Like you can see people taking their booze, their beer, that they bought from the thing. You can stand in line with it.
Yep.
And you can get on a ride and you can puke on the people behind you. Like, and that's okay. And I'm like, anyways, my concern is now that there's no smoking whatsoever. What sort of, like, there's no food. We're not allowed to bring food in. So we can't bring in edibles. And honestly, I don't know if I'd want to take edibles in Wonderland anyways, because.
How long do you go to Wonderland for?
Okay, so each ride, if you want to go on a roller coaster, generally takes about an hour for the wait time.
Yeah, if not more.
All right, but no, I mean, when you go for a trip, you're going on this trip, you're going to be there from...
Wonderland, I'm going to be all day.
All day?
Yeah.
So get some mushrooms and take that psilocybin cookbook.
I've got my kids with me. You can't do that.
Oh yes, you can. It'll be fine. Because what you do is you eat half of one of those. All right. So that's around 0.25. that'll keep you mellow for 4 hours.
No. This
Oh,
sounds
yes.
bad. This
I'm
sounds
mellow
bad.
now.
Try it before you go.
No, anytime I dose, I generally dose right before I go to sleep because I don't even take enough to measure on a scale. And my fear is I've had bad experiences from psilocybin where I don't want to feel the effects. So there is no taking it and staying awake myself.
Oh, yeah. Why would you go to sleep? Did you waste it?
No, it does its magic while I'm sleeping. I need it to work on my brain. That it like
I like the
my
next morning
brain,
myself.
It just the
Yeah.
next morning you wake up, you're like,
Yeah.
this doesn't happen normal.
It sucked the depression right out of me, and like it makes me functionable when I'm not. When I feel like I can't get up in the morning, I have a little bit of mushrooms, and within an hour or two, I'm out puttering around. You know, I just said to my sister, she said, "What did you do?" I did this, and this, and I would still be asleep in my apartment. You know. Thank you to the mushrooms.
I remember hearing, I think it was Allison. Is it Allison Murden?
Allison Murden, yeah.
Who would eat 3-gram mushroom brownies.
Yeah.
To help her with her pain and that, and I'm like, I could.
She's
3
got
grams, but it makes sense when you.
She's got things going on that are over the top.
Well, and that's the thing; it's the level of
has
pain.
The suicide disease.
It's like level of pain.
It's exactly what it is, and it's the nerves in her face, so that even a slight breeze will send her into excruciating pain.
Yeah. She's home most of the time, I believe, these days, and she does her psilocybin. I haven't spoken to her or Gary in a while. But
I just couldn't believe.
I know she's okay. I see posts. She says hi to now and then, but I haven't seen her since the event stopped. Really, you know, we haven't seen anybody. I usually run into Jack and this person and that person. You know, you're usually with me. You know,
talking about me.
I'm not with them.
No,
I'm
well,
along.
You are too.
Me.
Yeah, just watch. I pull her around by the mic. We remember that, Jack, when we first started going out and doing the shows, and we'd talk to you, we talked to this person, that, and now we don't all have to be all mic'd together with one thing. We all have our own thing. We've got our cell phones. It's so much easier. But
yeah, it's great.
You know, I miss those events. I miss going out and listening to Jack speak and listening to Paul speak and listening to Allison speak and all those other peoples and meeting. And do you think that we're going to get back to that, Bud?
No. Never.
Yes.
No.
Look at the state.
Well, I know. Sarah's already talking. Sarah's already talking about doing an actual Karma Cup this year. So
yeah,
but I mean,
I think
with Sarah, you mean the actual event?
Yes, the events. It's the events that I meet. I need those. You know, I need that.
I honestly, I hope she does. I really hope she does.
There's a lot of events that have been planned that are you know, but then there's a lot that have already been canceled as well. You know, I mean, Sarah has a unique opportunity where if she can't have a physical event, she can still pull off a cup.
Right. That's what I thought she was going to be doing. But if she's going to pull off,
I believe that she has the intentions of having an actual physical event this year at the end of the summer.
Good, kudos to her.
Yeah.
Al, we were talking earlier about the price differences between provinces.
Yeah.
I looked one up.
Did you?
Yeah. So
which product?
Turo BMAC.
Oh, for the BMAC. Okay.
Yeah. So 3.5 gram can in OCS's website is $45.95.
And what's that there?
$33.98.
So it's a $12 difference. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that before tax?
Taxes in.
Did you get Shatterizer stuff out there yet?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Here, on our site, let me look. Shatterizer.
Well, I'll tell you.
I know the pricing model in every province. I'm not going to say
it. Well, it's kind of your job, isn't it?
They're all different. Their margins are all different.
I will say that when I went to the OCS website last week, on the main page was Shatterizer.
What, really?
Awesome. Well, have you tried any Shatterizer extracts yet, Jack?
Well, I'm sure I've had them in the past. But I've never had the legal. I really have not actually had that much cannabis from the OCS or LCRB or any of the other provincial regulators. I just kind of.
I still haven't been in a store.
I don't think Jack knows, but we're actually speaking about not just Shatter, but Shatterizer, the company Shatter.
They have Shatterizer extract now. They actually have a Shatter product that they have out there on OCS.
Okay. And what LP is producing it?
That I don't know. I know that they're producing it for Matt and Val.
That's a Matt and Val question.
Yeah, that's ask Val that question. Yeah.
Interesting. So it's kind of they've made the leap from gray market to white market, and now it's available. I haven't had it. I probably had it before it was legal, I'm sure. But not. I don't think they really had a Shatterizer brand. I mean, this is the Shatterizer extract brand. It's their brand.
What they've done is some LPs making it using their brand.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yep. Yep. And
I've had it. It's delicious. I've had it by the wax and the Shatter.
Great. I love hearing good news about things.
So I got a song loaded up. I thought that it was appropriate to play a song that I know Marcel hates.
I think it should always be I Fought the Law and the Law Won.
No. Sorry. I got some Damian Marley Medication with Stephen Marley. You know, it's the old standby, and I like that song because of the beginning, and I know every voice in the beginning of people saying why they're using cannabis. This is the 420 radio show. We're here Fridays, 7 p.m. till whenever, and we're chatting with Jack Lloyd. We'll be right back after this pimento.
The Coverage Radio Show, every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. On 420radio.ca. Get your fill of rock, punk, metal and alternative music. Retro and new music. Major label and independent music. Only on the Coverage Radio Show. Coverage Radio Show.
You're listening to the randomness that is 420radio.com. Sorry, that's 420radio.ca. Powered by ADHD and fueled by cannabis.
All I know is I'm here today, I'm healthy, and I use medical cannabis, and I'm thankful.
I achieved complete clinical remission from the cannabis alone, and I would rather be illegally alive than legally dead.
This child needs cannabis.
I'd take a hit and the pain would disappear. It was instant. I mean, instant.
I've always looked at cannabis as being a medicine.
People say you get high. You don't get high, you get medicated.
I'd like to see it so that, people aren't criminalized over something that's medicinal.
It's a God-given plant. We should all be able to use it. It's real medicine.
Medication. Your medication makes me high. Just be patient. I'm like a patient trying to find levitation. Run your fingers down my spine. Elevation. Your medication makes me high.
Such a short way up and such a long way down. And this is a bubble like where they are right down. The way you're something off it off your way by pound. In a fields of marijuana, that is my playground. I love you, Mary Jane. You're the prettiest of flowers, girl, me can't complain. When I'm with you, I feel so high, I rise above the rain. And you know the people damage like that bitch cocaine. No, I leave them lonely, feeling only pain. Cause your DNA is of the highest strain. Your effect is so potent, it's so insane. You so gummy and sticky like a plaster stain. When you grind out your body, only stems remain. And to love you is a risk get detained. You always keep me flying on the highest plane. And anybody know we'll always proclaim.
Medication, your medication makes me high. Just be patient. I'm like a patient trying to find levitation. Run your fingers down my spine. Elevation, your medication makes me high.
Your leaves of green, your purples and blues, has cured little kids and old women too. And I say to myself, what a wonderful herb. And I say to myself, what a wonderful herb. Look how Babylon stood up in. Them fight you for years, for your love only per man serve years. Babylon stood up in. Them fight you for years, and now the whole of them are buy shares. You should be a celebrity amongst any tree across the 7 seas for your energy, but you're an enemy, catching felonies for the remedies in your recipes.
Your medication makes me high. Just be patient. I'm like a patient trying to find levitation. Run your fingers down my spine. Elevation. Your medication makes me high.
Masty, oh you feel splendid indeed, with a little bit of black splendid in the weed. Appearance grow indoors, not a stick nor seed. And she never post ripe, it was a real slow speed. No fertilizer, natural baby feed. No cross pollination, she's a real pure breed. Cultivated with love and she's not grown for greed. She's everything I want and also all I need.
Medication, your medication makes me high. Just be patient. I'm like a patient trying to find levitation. Run your fingers down my spine. Elevation, your medication makes me high.
I love that song. That is Damon Jr. Gang Marley, Medication, with his... Is it his brother or his cousin, Stephen? Is that his brother? I don't know. You guys can unmute. Do you know Marcel? Is that his brother or his cousin? It's hard to tell. The Marley's...
Website.
What's that?
I've been checking out this cool website.
What's that?
One of our coworkers that was listening gave me a website that it's called Welcome to budbudbud.ca, a Canadian cannabis inventory and price tracker. Oh. Our free cannabis tracker monitors hundreds of marijuana strains and alerts you when strains become available or their prices drop, helping you decide when and what to buy at the best time. And they've got all the listings for Ontario Cannabis, Quebec, Nova Scotia, British Columbia, and a lot of the online ones, like lowpricebud.com.
Is it legal to buy cross province? Like, can I legally order Jack from a licensed producer in BC and have them send it to me, or does it have to be in province?
Only medical patients can order from another province. So that's the subject of COMEAU, COMEAU, the case that went all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada that Kirk Tusai and I were on, and ultimately were unsuccessful at. But you're not entitled to purchase from a store or LP outside of your home province. You can go to that province and buy stuff. But again, you would only be entitled to bring 30 grams of it back across the border, technically.
And that's weird because the laws are so different out in BC. I mean, you can walk into a cannabis store there without any issues. But in Ontario, you can do the same thing, but it's totally different. It's a cannabis. It's what we know as a dispensary used to be here, right? You know, like like for instance, the dispensary. They're licensed now in BC, I believe. Like, are stores like that we know from back in the day, Did they? All...
I've gotten a great many stores that we knew for many years as an access point. I've gotten them licensed, and they're currently open and operating as provincially. Oh, bless me. Pardon me. They're currently operating as legal stores.
Conrad's going nuts with his stores. He's opening them up all over the place. I think that's great. We've been waiting for that. He finally opened the store. Everybody was watching, across from where we used to be at Gunjanistas. But I'm happy for him because he had some turmoil with the hotel, and then now he's able to do what he started out to do. But he's facing a completely different animal, isn't he?
Well, it's still the cannabis community, and it's just that it's not strictly.
You're not buying it from the guy who drove in a pickup truck.
Right. Well, I don't think that difference makes such a huge or crucial difference. People are so obsessed with that, but I think the main sort of difference is that like it's obviously it's regulated across the board and taxes being paid and things like that. And there's like a significant regulatory system in place to monitor the premises, but beyond that, it's not focused on medical access, right? Like the foundation of that recreational system, its backbone is not medical cannabis access.
I'm a firm believer that recreation. The medical side of things is slowly slipping away, Jack, and we're depending on you, just you and Paul and your team to get us there, because it's unbelievable. If you can't, I've got a unique situation where I can grow my meds this year. First time in my fucking life. I've over the years,
get on it, baby.
Over the years, you and Marcel have watched me. I mean, there's been times when I've had none. And,
sorry, my phone.
Yeah, your life of its own. He dropped his phone now.
Sorry,
that's okay. And I'm just one account. There's a lot of people out there on a fixed income that can't afford their medicine, and it is medicine. I don't care what you have to say about it. It is medicine for some people, and it's medicine for you, because you come home and you want to de-stress, so you have a bottle of beer and a doobie. Is that not medicinal?
Right. Yeah.
Marcel's been saying that forever. It's always medicinal.
So is this. There's medicinal.
Well, I was just going to say, how long has it been since alcohol wasn't called medicinal? Because you used to see bottles, pharmacy bottles and stuff like that. This is medical alcohol,
Prohibition.
Yeah, it was that long ago, eh?
Well, no, that's when they stopped saying medical, because it was.
It does still. There are still certain prescriptions for
Yeah, I mean, I could go to my doctor, get a prescription for ethanol, take it to the pharmacy. The pharmacy would take that and then buy it from the Nova Scotia Liquor Commission and then sell it to me.
Right.
Or I could just get some corn and some yeast and some sugar and make my own in the backyard.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there may be some regulatory consequences for that one. But
well, you can go to
you're allowed to make your own beer.
You can go to the brew shops now, where you can make your beer and your wine, and they sell the kits. They also sell distills.
Really?
For distilling.
The
liquor.
green oil machine is just a distiller. That's all it is.
And
it's actually a water distiller that's been retrofitted with different seals in it to allow alcohol. That's the only difference.
But the brew stores here, they actually have an actual still with a condenser coil that's fed with a water source to recover out the alcohol. And then not only that, they have literally racks of flavors. And you pick whatever flavor you want, because you're making the base alcohol, and you take the bottle of flavor and you add it to it and dilute it down to around that 40% mark.
Interesting.
So if you want rum, there's a little bottle and you dump it in and you get your amber rum, or you get scotch, which kind of worries me. Scotch, but vodka, and then even a lot of the liqueurs with the recipe of how much to dilute it down to get it to that level. So for like Kahlua or something like that.
Jack, the picture that just showed on my screen of you laughing, you looked exactly like Animal from the Muppets. Sorry, buddy.
What an ass.
I just like, it's Animal, man.
I've been called worse.
Yeah, I'm sure you have it.
I got worried that I saw
by judges.
I think I called him Little Dicky the first time.
I just started watching Dave today. I've watched 2 episodes of the 2nd season.
Is it good? Where did you see it? Where is it?
I can't say.
It's on FX.
Thank you.
I haven't actually seen it, but I heard it's quite good.
I saw the first 2 episodes of season 2 because that's all that's where I go. That's on there. But I like Little Dicky. I like his humor in that. But the second issue, episode, I was just I can't watch any more of this.
Have you listened to his music?
I love his music. I think he's fucking amazing.
Just, I'm a dickhead.
Are you dickhead? You're a dickhead, are you?
I need Dale to turn his camera so he can show me his fence.
Yeah, Dale built a fence for $550, 16 feet long, 6 feet high, and
it's not pretty.
But they mounted them 10.
But, buddy, you were able to do it for under $1,000. I got a price of when I priced out building another bunkie or fixing the bunkie I have.
Hold on.
$2,000 to repair it or $3,000 to build a new one. It's up to $5,500 now for the wood. It's crazy. Yes. Oh yeah, that's great, but
you put the panels up higher.
Hang on, I'm gonna feature you here, Dale. Hold on a second here, because
make it big.
There you go. All right, try again, buddy. Now he's lost his connection.
I don't know if that's showing up or not. The lighting's getting pretty dark.
Yeah, it's showing up.
You've got the panels up higher on the posts. So is that a gap underneath or is that enclosed?
It's a gap. There's a hill there. It's mounted at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, I know how you did it. Oh, right on.
So you can still toboggan underneath. That's a great idea, dude.
Well, it makes mowing a lot easier too and stuff like that.
You just go under.
That actually is good. And that way it still blocks off that whole upper yard.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
Good idea.
And that cost you $550. That's not bad. You bought the panels, or you bought the ready panels, or you built it all yourself?
Yeah, I bought 2 panels and I bought 3 posts and some 2x4s, and I just put her together.
Awesome.
Last year that would have cost.
The panels are really cheap though.
Yeah, last year that would have cost about $300.
Yep.
Lumber is really expensive, eh?
It cost me,
but for no reason.
It cost me $300. About $300 to skirt the trailer, and then I bought 6 more panels of stuff to use on the bunkie, and so I spent $1,000. Where if I had to buy that exact same amount today, it'd be closer to 3. If not more. I mean, it's craziness. I was at Rona the other day, and I saw one sheet of plywood, the price, and I was like, fuck that shit.
But here's the problem: is something's wrong somewhere. Because we go by the sawmills, we see the lumber.
Yeah,
there's no shortage of lumber at all.
But yet, paper products, there's a shortage. I mean, there's. I'm right at the Trent Severn.
There was a shortage of toilet paper
at the bottom
last year.
Exactly at the bottom of the.
But that's only because people went fucking nuts.
You can't get a paper plate up here. Is my point. You can't find a paper plate up here.
Is it so crazy to think? Is it so crazy to think that because everybody was forced into their homes and they haven't been spending their money on extravagant, trips or, going to the casino or the movies or whatever, that maybe they might have money to fix up their houses. And that's what they've been doing, which would raise the price of, the demand for all the lumber and building supplies.
It's not just
the
here in
demand
Canada.
is a lie. That's the problem. The demand is a lie because the sawmills are full of lumber.
There's something going on though, Marcel, because every one of the podcast, like not the YouTube channels that I follow, building on a farm, things like that, the DIY stuff, every one of them is having issues getting materials for their building materials, right?
What about that boat that got jammed in the channel? They said that had a huge effect on shipping.
Yep.
Oh yeah, on a lot of other products, but not lumber, not forestry.
No, that wouldn't have been lumber.
Well, what if we send our forestry elsewhere and we import we import the lumber?
They've been
Kinda
doing
like
that
they
for
do
years.
with the cannabis.
The U.S. buys from Canada, and then Canada turns around and buys it back from the U.S. for their processing. It's stupid. Or Mexico does it. The same thing. It's stupid.
Do you know? The more they keep talking about this,
and Hillary just said that the U.S. has just put a tariff on softwood.
That could have a little bit.
But with all of the talk that the conspiracy theories have about a one world government and a one world currency, that the way this is going, that might not be a bad fucking idea.
No, maybe that's what they want you to think. Maybe that's why they raised the price of lumber.
Well, no, it's not. It's not just the lumber. I mean, government's made a lot of stupid fucking mistakes, but it's not just our government; it's all governments.
Did gas jump up in the city this week? Because it's $1.31 up here, where it's usually $1.15.
I paid $1.17.
Ours just went down to $1.30.
Well, I mean, I'm talking off the res. Like I usually go to the res. It was $1.11.9 yesterday when I went by, but today when I went into town, it was like $1.31.9, and I have not seen it up here that high before. And maybe it's because it's the that time of the year, tourists.
Coming up too soon.
What's that?
Long weekend's coming up soon, so they're going to start jacking.
Well, everything's the Trent's now open now, and all that. So all the boats are in the water. There's
Is your province's gas regulated? Pricing?
I don't know. I know that they tried to insist on a tariff in Ontario, and Ontario told them to go fuck themselves or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't follow that shit at all. Jack might know.
It's regulated. It'll change every week.
Is it regulated, Friday. Jack? Do you know? I don't know.
He's on mute.
Is he?
No, sorry. I don't think I understand the question. What is regulated?
Your gas prices in the province. So our province, our gas prices are regulated, and they'll fluctuate every Friday, or they'll throw in one of these conditional clauses every once in a while to jack the price up for some emergency or some stupid thing.
Yeah, right. Hurricane happens across the globe, and our price jumps.
Yeah, that gives us a price jump, so it's an exception that they throw in. But the province sets the price for the entire province here. So gas stations, if the gas is, the province sets it at $1.30, gas stations can't sell it at $1.36.
Yeah, but they do it. It's still lower on the res though, because they're buying it less, right?
Well, they're not paying taxes too.
We have one condition with one chain of stores that offers 3 cents per liter, I think it is, off if you pay in cash or debit.
Canadian Tire used to do that.
Yeah.
So
it's only one chain of gas stations that I've seen that does that here.
I asked Alexa, and she said that Ontario is regulated by the Ontario Energy Board.
Smarty pants.
That would make sense.
This is Canada, but I don't think there's anything not regulated now.
Yeah, I suppose.
Even fishing is regulated.
Well, yeah.
That was a joke. Come on.
No, I mean, you want to see how regulated it is here. Even for fishing. tell you which lakes. We just got an alert here from the Nova Scotia Health Authority, received reports from a community partner that a substance being sold as cocaine in the Amherst area may have been contaminated with an unknown substance that causes seizures.
Oh, no.
Lenny, you're on. What substance that would be a white powder mixed with cocaine would cause seizures?
Well, cocaine itself can.
Yeah. It might have been really good cocaine.
I don't know what product they're lacing shit with anymore. Lord knows.
I just think it's so...
Well, they honestly, half the cocaine out there, people, is Ritalin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a Ritalin child. I grew up on Ritalin.
No, but honestly, Ritalin, it's abused. Like it's.
Oh, I know.
Basically,
at one time, it was the most popular drug on every university campus in the world.
It still fucking is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically speed, right? Like
it's an amphetamine. It's a pill form of speed. Yep. I was on it from 5 until 16. I was a case study at the Hinks Clinic.
Now they have fancy Ritalins like Vyvanse and Bifenton.
Yeah. It was back then. It was just Ritalin, and then when Dexedrine came along, we threw that in the mix as well. Them little tiny pellets. Yep.
Oh, I was so lucky my parents believed in hugs, not drugs.
You know, I posted...
Actually, that's a lie. They just wanted to save the drugs for themselves.
I posted a picture on my wall this afternoon that was, Archie Bunker, Barney Miller, all those shows, the Jeffersons, all those shows that we watch. I watched. I'm 57. What's that?
All that shit's probably banned or canceled.
Well, it's all. But that's why I don't get offended by that stuff. I mean, I'm a victim of George Carlin and Archie Bunker and
George Jefferson.
Oh God!
And then the episodes with George Jefferson and Archie Bunker together.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, like, come on now, Woody Woodpecker beating the
put that one. You put one of those episodes with Archie and George together, and you aired it now. The world would go fucking apeshit.
But you can watch it. Are they still airing those shows on? What's that old?
I can't find them on Roku or anything like that.
Okay,
I watch them on. I watch them all the time on wherever I watch. I can't remember the name of it. There was what's that one that you told me about that I've been using, Marcel? Where's my phone?
Oh, Tubi.
Tubi, yeah. There's a lot of old stuff on Tubi.
Is there any of those?
I want to watch shit like Starsky and Hutch and Barney Miller and Beretta. I love Beretta.
No, do you know what I want to do? I'm waiting for Rob Zombie's new movie coming out.
Yeah, I saw that he's doing
the Munsters.
Yep,
that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, like the old TV show, The Munsters?
Yes,
yeah.
The movie.
Rob Zombie's turning it into a movie.
I have vague recollection of that.
Yeah, but it'll be a movie though. Yeah.
Well, so it'll be even better than what you're saying.
That's on Roku. If you have Roku, it's on Roku.
What did you grow up watching, Jack?
Oh, everything. I grew up on a farm, so we didn't have cable or anything till I was much older.
Oh, okay.
So, as a kid, we watched Leave It to Beaver when I was a kid, which really is kind of almost an anachronism at that time. But we watched all sorts of Black and White was still on. So it's funny how much has changed.
Yeah. We had Black and White. My mom took cable away from me because I wasn't going to school. So, for a better part of my teenage years, well, that lasted about 15 minutes because I tapped into the neighbors pretty quick, right? So. But yeah, TV's definitely different now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was good shows. I used to like Gilligan's Island.
Oh yeah, loved it.
And those ones, McHale's Navy.
Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, the Archies.
I still remember black and white TV. So.
Yeah, yep.
I also remember that I used to be the remote.
We had one of those
I've lived
remotes.
that one.
It was a box. You remember the box that you get with all the different things, and then the big long cord. I think you had about 14 feet of cord. I think it was.
Yeah, that was for rich people. I wasn't one of those rich people. We were the remote.
Yeah,
but it wasn't bad because you only really had 2 channels.
That's how people stayed skinny back in the day.
You had 13 channels, but 11 of them were snow.
You know, and now in 2021, we've got internet running rampant. And Jack, you know, I'm already on the list. I've ordered Starlink for the farm, so I'm totally waiting for that. Yep, because I'm doing all of this on my cell phone data. Okay, so
oh
no,
my goodness.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Well, I just want to touch. We were talking about cancel culture and television.
Yep.
And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this show, but I've literally sat through. It was on Disney Plus. Somehow something happened, and they obtained Star into Disney Plus. So all of a sudden on Disney, there was a bunch of adult content. And by adult content, I mean the show Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Not Mickey fucking
brilliant
Goofy.
show.
No,
okay,
not that adult.
This Always Sunny in Philadelphia, we watched from season 1 all the way through every episode that was on Disney Plus or on Star. And I will tell you, if you want to talk about a show that should be canceled, that is still on television running for cancel culture, I'm saying. I love the show. If they were going to touch on a subject, they did it, and they did it in the most craziest possible way. It's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah, I think they make satire of the stuff, though. I don't think that's why it's ever been tacked, because they're making fun of those. It's a parody more.
Yeah. Do you remember when
the
worst thing that happened in entertainment was Gilbert Godfrey fucking up on stage or whatever he did? And
what did he do? I remember that a little bit.
You know what? I just know it happened, and it was bad. It got him quit from the Aflac commercials, right?
It did. What was that?
A racist rant?
I think it was a racist comment.
But it was on stage, though, right? I believe it was on stage.
Well,
right?
and Michael Richards Kramer got in trouble for that too.
Yeah, but where are they today? They're still there,
get in trouble for that?
doing their thing. Who?
Even
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, but you know what? Fucking George Carlin was doing that sick shit in the 60s, for fuck's sakes, and nobody said anything.
But you know,
it was comedy.
Nobody would dare, because you know that they'd be coming right after them.
Even Russell Peters himself on the Joe Rogan
Russell
podcast
Peters.
said if he would have started in comedy today, he may not be as big as he is, because most of his material is now considered cancel culture.
And look at what's his name, Jeff Dunham, and all his characters. Okay, you've got Ahmed, I'll kill you, openly Islamic, rhetoric all over the place, insults up the fucking wazoo, but people are like,
He's awesome. There's stereotypes and there's racism. And this is my debate the whole time.
What is Borat then?
Hilarious.
Yeah, but it's also a stereotype.
I don't like him at all.
It's stereotype, but I mean, I wasn't a fan.
The Nova Scotians, we make fun of Cape Bretowners, we make fun of Newfoundlanders, their accents and their mannerisms. It's a stereotype. There's no hate. To me, racism is about hate and discrimination and keeping someone down, but there is stereotypes.
Newfoundlanders actually make fun of themselves, because the majority of the best Newfoundland jokes come out of Newfoundland.
My first bout of racism was in the schoolyard of Jesse Ketchum Public School, when a kid walked up to me and called me a kike. I punched him in the head. That was the first fight I ever had.
That's racist. That's hate.
That was in the 60s.
That's exactly what it is, right?
That's what it is, yeah.
Even still, a stereotype is different than an observation.
Yeah, but
somebody
saying
from Newfoundland has an accent.
The N-word is being thrown out there. It's in every rap song.
It's a hate word, exactly.
But it's a hate word, but yet it's okay to include it in entertainment.
Look at The Simpsons. The character Apu, he's an Indian person,
and now he's saying, what's his name is saying that he's ashamed that he ever did the role.
He should be ashamed. It was a stereotype.
That was what's his name? Crap, Hank Azaria.
Yeah, But at the same time, I'm pretty sure groundskeeper Willie, the Scot, is still on the fucking show, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I understand it, but I'm a different generation. My mom's generation, they didn't get that humor. You know, she didn't get The Simpsons. She never watched it. She didn't get that. It's a total generational thing. I think I don't get off on The Simpsons. I don't like it at all. I think it's
but I do think there's different. If the intent is hate,
it's entertainment.
But I have a fucking accent.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing wrong. People make fun of me all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, that's what we do. It's just humor. There's no hate.
That's right. One of the shows I love to watch. I like watching old classic shows. The roasts, Johnny Carson, Dean Martin roasts and stuff like that. You've got different races on the stage openly insulting each other. A Jew insulting Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin insulting a Jew, and it's like, but now it's like,
you're making me remember this one's bad and no fucking chance to come back on.
No, but they're out there. They're on Tubi. They're on Tubi. You can watch the Johnny Carson roast.
Yeah, but do you remember the show Bizarre?
Bizarre. Yeah. Oh, I love Bizarre. Yes, John Biner. That was done. Bizarre was done just at the CTV studios, just at the 401, just outside of Toronto.
But do you remember their skit, The Bigot Family?
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that would never go today.
I loved Bizarre, and there was a lot of stuff. No, you know what wouldn't even go today? Hilarious House of Frankenstein. That wouldn't go today.
No.
Either. Okay?
No, not at all.
There was lots of racism and bad jokes in that show. Great show. I grew up on it.
Still
Billy
hilarious.
Van was a master, you know. But it's different now. Anyways, we're nearing the end, and I want to make sure that Jack pops up for air and says, tells everybody where they can find him and his new law firm, and Paul and everybody, so that if they want to get on the train, they can do so. You have to unmute. There you go, Jack.
Oh, well, if you are interested in any regulatory legal assistance, we are called Cannabis and Psychedelics Law Group LLP, and you can find us on Twitter. We are CanPsyLaw, Law, so CanPsyLaw, and we post some interesting content that would likely be helpful to you as well if you're interested in the regulation of psychedelics and cannabis.
Wow. And also let's do a shout out for books and stuff and Green Candy.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah. So the latest titles are psilocybin books. Thank you, Hillary. Pleasure to see you as well. The latest books, the Psilocybin Mushroom Bible, which is the compendium on cultivation, and we're working on the second edition of that, and the Psilocybin Chef Cookbook, which is basically the only.
That's the one Mary Jane was showing us earlier.
Teaches, yeah, that's right. That's the only book that'll teach you how to basically make your own food and extract your own cellulose and psilocybin to make food with in a dosable, safe way. That's our psilocybin books. And our cannabis books, we are working on a new edition of the Cannabis Breeder's Bible. Ooh. and a couple other pretty fun and interesting titles.
Do you ever sleep, Jack?
I love working in this cool space, and I'm so fortunate that I get to.
You know, while we were chatting earlier, and then we were listening to the song, I saw Jack eating stuff from his garden out back.
My peas all came in, so I ate a pea. It was delicious.
Yeah,
gonna go eat some more.
There you go. All right, my friend, it's always a pleasure, Jack. We're gonna let you run. We're gonna say goodnight, guys. Thank you very much. Next week,
don't forget to pray for Palestine.
Why?
Got to pray.
I don't even know what that means because I don't read the news.
What's going on now?
Well, the guys that were blowing them up last week are giving them 1 million doses of COVID vaccine this week. So,
Jesus Christ.
I figure you should pray for Palestine.
I've been praying for them for years,
well,
my whole life.
I don't know if seriously, if you just blew the shit out of half my country with missiles, and then you offer to vaccinate all my kids. I'm pretty fucking leery about taking your vaccines, folks.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
Wow.
Anyways, on that note, this is the 420 Radio Show. Thanks for listening. Mary Jane, come over here with that book.
Yes.
Jack, always
Send
a
me
pleasure.
pictures of your creations. I love it.
Well, we're going to get you up here before the end of the summer, buddy. I hope you can find some time. So.
Okay, sounds good, dude.
We're here 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Fridays. Come and join us for a session that's lasted almost 14 years. And we'll say goodnight. Good night, guys.
Peace.
Hey.
Later.
Right, now I have to find the button. There it is.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not? Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website. Sounds like a cool website. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it. You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.